stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me.
For breakfast this morning, I'm having a black coffee and some oatmeal. I put some cinnamon in the oatmeal, a little bit of oat milk, but mostly did it with water, and then I've got some raspberries and I'm gonna put a little bit of maple syrup on top. Good morning guys, from me and Kiki. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a healthy routine video. I didn't actually know what to call this because I'm going to show you what I eat in a day. I'm also going to do a big grocery haul of healthy foods and start some meal prep for next week. I'm going to show you my exercise routine and also talk about how I use Noom as well. And Noom have actually sponsored this video. I've been using them for ages, so I'll show you a bit later on how I actually use them and like put it into my day. But first off, we're going on a dog walk. I love going on a dog walk. Either me or Matt does it every morning, but I try to always do it. Like, we fight over who's gonna go because it's so nice and enjoyable. And by getting out first thing, like as soon as I've done the school run, if I go on a dog walk, I can do like 4,000 to 5,000 steps. And that is like done. I'm like halfway there by 9:30 because I try to do 10,000 steps a day. So I've got my little step counter on now, so we'll see how many steps we do. And I'm actually meeting my friend and her sausage dogs. They're gonna have a little like play date, trying to socialize her as much as possible as well. And it's obviously really nice and great for your mental health to also have a chat with your friend. But yeah, I feel like everyone's talking about getting healthy and like obviously it's the new year and stuff, and I know you don't need a new year to get motivated, but it really does kickstart me. I don't know about you guys, makes me like reassess my goals and what I want, and just gives me that extra like, you know, spur. What's the word? So anyway, I'll show you everything that I'm doing, my healthy routine, and let's go on a dog walk. Kiki is so exhausted, she's having a little sleep under the stairs, but we did do over 5,000 steps on our walk this morning, so that's probably why. But while she is snoozing, I think it's a good opportunity for me to go to the supermarket and get some things that I need for next week. I'm going to do a bit of a grocery haul afterwards and show you some of my favorite healthy foods. But what I did last night was write a big meal plan for next week, even the breakfast that I'm gonna have, the lunches, the snacks, and the dinners as well. And Matt is actually gonna join me in having all of this food, which he doesn't always do. He's that annoying person who doesn't really need to exercise or change anything, and he never puts on weight. He's always been the same, whereas I have fluctuated so much over the years with pregnancy and everything else. But he's gonna join in with my exercises and the food next week. So I've chosen the recipe. I've written a big list of everything I need to get, so I'm going to go off and do that now. For me, for 2022, my main goal is again to focus on my health. I saw someone on Instagram say that instead of writing like loads of different goals, you should choose one word that is like your overarching goal for the year. So for me, it is going to be health. I feel like it kind of was last year, and I made some really good progress. I lost some weight, I changed some habits, I found out why I was struggling with my hormones and did all those investigations and everything. But again, this year I want to continue with like my steps, my fitness, and just like having loads of energy and being as healthy as I can be. I'd love to know in the comments below if you guys have like a word that is your main goal for the year as well. In recent months, I feel like I've made some good progress, but before that, when it comes to health and fitness, I could be quite all or nothing. I'd either be working out every day, eating really healthily, focusing on it a lot, or sat on the couch drinking wine and eating biscuits. There seemed to be no in between. And sometimes if I was on a healthy streak and I had like one biscuit, I'd think, oh well, I've ruined it now, so let's also get a takeaway and do all these other bad habits. And I would like spiral down again, and it was just like up and down with my weight and my health. So something that has really helped is learning why I was doing some of the behaviors that I was, and what's really helped with that is the Noom program. If you don't know what Noom is, they use psychology and CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, to help you learn like why you do the behaviors that you do and help you get better habits and break some of those behaviors as well. Dieting does not work, but learning actually leads to long-lasting change and weight management, or just whatever your health goals are. So you can use Noom on your phone or your desktop, however you prefer. And a few things I really like about it is that you can log and track your habits. So I like to go on there, log the food that I've eaten, track how many calories I've taken in. You can also add your water intake for the day. You can track your steps because it links up to your step counter if you want it to. You can also add your weight into it and track your calorie density as well. So I love all of that about it. But you also get a coach who is an actual human that you can message whenever you want to, and they're trained in nutrition, they're trained in CBT as well, and psychology. And it's just nice to have someone who makes you feel like accountable. And they also add you to groups of like-minded people, so you have like that support network as well if you want to. But something else I really love about it is the little mini courses that you do. So this is like the learning element of it. So I literally spend 10 minutes on it a day. You don't need to do any more than that. The courses just take like 2 or 3 minutes each. Some of the favorite lessons that I've taken on Noom have been things like how to break behavioral changes, how to crush your thought distortions, unprocess your diet, and also how to eat less densely, and maybe why you would want to eat like a grape over a raisin next time. And there's also quite a lot on mindfulness as well. But if you want to check it out for yourself, I'll put a link in the description. You can go to that and take a free 30-second quiz today and see how Noom could help you reach your goals. I think the URL is going to be noom.com/Emily Norris, but I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. But now let's go to the shops, let's stock up for next week, and I'll show you what I get. Okay guys, so I still have this magnetic weekly meal plan on our fridge. So I've just written on it a few of the healthy meals that we're planning to have next week. So on Monday, we've got a butter bean stew, which I will hopefully meal prep. Then we're having chicken and sweet potato on Tuesday, turkey minced cottage pie, just a little bit healthier, on Wednesday. Then we're having loaded like tortilla wrap pizzas. So it's like a way of having pizza with loads of toppings, but there's no cheese and there's not like a huge amount of dough because it's just a wrap. Then we're having corn chili and then a chicken katsu curry as well. Okay guys, so this is my healthy grocery haul all laid out. So I'll just talk you through it. I've tried to make sense of it. Over here, we've got quite a few eggs. These are going to be for pancakes, for scrambled eggs, for omelets as well. I've also got some chives and some spinach to put in the omelets. I really like chives as well with the eggs. Then I've got some soy milk for porridge. I've got some tomato puree, garlic puree, and that is actually going to be for those wrap pizzas I was telling you about. So it's literally a wholemeal wrap. Put some tomato puree on, some garlic puree, and then like any toppings you want. So I've got some mushrooms and chicken. You can even put like pineapple on it if you want to. You can just like load it up. I've also even got some rocket to go on those pizzas as well. So hopefully that'll be really nice. Then I've got quite a few spices like cardamom pods, whole cloves, all spices are all for recipes. I've got quite a few cans as well. So I've got chopped tomatoes. I'm making a big butter bean stew, so I've got quite a few of those. Then I've got the butter beans. I've got chickpeas, which are really nice. If you do them in the air fryer, they're like a crispy, they're almost like having crisps if you do them in the air fryer with a bit of garlic and stuff. So I've got that. Got red kidney beans for the chili. Got some smoked salmon, again, possibly for the eggs. Something I was thinking about doing for lunch is asparagus and soft boiled eggs. I thought that would be really nice. It's like egg and soldiers. Then I've got some basil, some mint, and some green beans for recipes. The pineapple I showed you. I've got some red onion for various recipes like the stew. Then for a snack, I've got cottage cheese and rice cakes. That's one of my favorite snacks. Just have some of that on plain rice cakes. I've also got some bulgur wheat for a dinner one night. I've got some apples, a grapefruit for Matt, some avocado as well, some red and green peppers for recipes, some lime and lemons, lemon for hot water as well. Got some bananas, a melon, and then this down here is basically the dessert that I have just been loving. So it's Greek yogurt and then some berries on top, and then you can either put some flaked almonds or some like coconut flakes on top, and it just tastes like a dessert, but obviously it's like quite a healthy one. Then I've got some chicken for the katsu curry, and the night we're having chicken, got a katsu curry kit, some more spices that we needed like mild curry powder and white brown pepper. And then for the turkey cottage pie, I've got turkey mince, and I'm actually going to top it with sweet potato, and I've also got sweet potato as a jacket potato, and we're also having it another night as well, so I've got absolutely loads of those. And then I've also got a corn mince for the veggie chili that we're making, and then I've also got one little treat. I've got some Oreos there as well. So that is pretty much everything that is like us sorted for next week in terms of like healthy eating, and I feel really good that we've kind of planned, and now hopefully I can do some prep. So for lunch today, I'm actually having leftovers. This is leftover lentil chili that we had last night. And then on top, there's like this little relish, which is cherry tomatoes, lime, and olive oil, some seasoning and stuff. So I've just heated it up, and I'm going to eat this for lunch. So I've been doing a bit of work in emails, and I also did a reel for Instagram and put that up. But now I'm going to do a quick 20-minute workout before I go and get the kids from school. And I wanted to show you, I've just got a new piece of equipment. Don't laugh, but it is battle ropes. I've used these in the gym before, but I've obviously never had them like at home before, so it's gonna be the first time that I've tried them, and it's actually really nice out now. So I think I'm gonna do it in the garden. So I'll show you the little workout that I'm gonna do, and let's go. Right, so I've attached them to the trampoline because that seems to be like the strongest place for them. So I've got to do 100 rope whips first. Okay, so I actually found this quite difficult. I had to do 100 whips, but they're quite heavy. They weigh about 8.5 kilograms. And as you can see, Kiki was just running around me while I was doing it. And then after I did the whips, then I had to jump side to side 30 times, I think it was. And then after that, I had to do 30 high knees and then 30 like uppercuts, I think that's what it's called, with the battle ropes. And then I repeated this another 2 times after that. So I'm doing this 75-day challenge at the moment. It's only like 15 minutes of working out every day, and then you can also add in a couple of runs and stuff, but Matt and I are doing it together. It's like a 75-day challenge. So if you would like to see more about this, I will document how I change if you want to see that. Okay guys, so I did my workout. I think I broke my arms doing it with the battle rope, so my form might not have been very good. That was like the first time doing it on my own. But now the boys are home, and I wanted to show you something. It's like their favorite snack. It's these grapes. Our friend really recommended them. It's the weirdest thing. They're called candy floss grapes. Yeah. And they literally taste like candy floss. They're seedless. They're really sweet and really delicious. So if you haven't heard of them, because I hadn't, they like the kids love them and I like them as well. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. So I'm gonna have some of these now. And I've been drinking water. I haven't really talked about that much, but I've been drinking water throughout the day, and I might have a hot drink now as well. Okay, so now that the kids are home from school and they're just chilling out watching TV and coloring, I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep tonight. That's why it's quite dark. It gets dark here at about 4 p.m. So I'm sorry with like the lighting in these clips. But first off, I'm going to wash my berries. I like to soak them in water for a good 5 minutes before then straining them and rinsing them and then putting them into like meal prep Tupperware. And I tend to put a little bit of paper towel on the bottom. I feel like that just keeps them good for longer because it can like have a bit of moisture in there as well. But to be honest, berries don't really last too long in this house. We all love them. So now that that's all done, I'm going to meal prep a cottage pie, but it's like a healthier recipe because it's made with turkey mince, which is less fat. I think it's 2% fat. And then also has a sweet potato mash on top of it. So I don't know if the kids are going to eat this. I've actually never tried it on them, but for me, I have in mind that this might feed me and Matt for 2 nights, and then maybe I can just make them something else like a pasta bake or something. So first off, I'm just putting some garlic, some red onion and some chopped up peppers into a pan, and then I'm going to let that all soften before adding in the turkey mince, browning that, and then basically adding everything else in, like mixed herbs, some white pepper, some tomato puree, and also I think it was 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. And then I let all of that, like the mince and the sauce, simmer for a good 20 minutes, basically while the sweet potato is also boiling. And then once the sweet potato is all done and like soft, I'll drain that, mash that, and then just put it into like a tray like this. So I'm just going to put the mince on the top and then layer on the sweet potato. And honestly, it smells so good. I've not tried this before, but I'll link the recipe down below because it is just like a bit of a healthier option. And obviously, I don't always meal prep, but I have got organized this week. So I'm feeling quite good about myself. And now, while I've got everything out, I'm also going to make a butter bean stew. So all you have to do for this one is put some onion, some mushrooms, and some garlic into a pan, let that soften, add in some parsley, some basil, some chopped tomatoes, and obviously I'll link this one down below as well. Add in your beans. So I actually added in 4 cans of beans, so it's going to be like really hearty and thick. So I used butter beans and kidney beans as well. So this is loaded with protein, loads of nutrition, and I also added in a couple of handfuls of spinach, which then wilts. So it's really packed full of like good nutrients. So this will feed us for quite a few days. I was thinking we could have that stew for lunches, and then obviously the cottage pie for dinner, and then we've got the berries for dessert. So this is definitely going to be very handy next week, and then I can kind of just worry about what the kids are going to have for dinner. So tonight for dinner, I'm making the most delicious prawn and chorizo paella. I actually had these in the freezer, so I took them out this morning to thaw out, and then I got the other bits as well. And I'll link this recipe down below because honestly, it's so delicious. Even my kids like it. It's very Moorish. I might have even shown this on my channel before, but it's such a good one. One of Matt's favorites as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make this now. Sorry, I've just realized I've actually done quite a bit of cooking in this video. When I'm in the kitchen like this, I tend to put on YouTube videos, watch that and just cook away, and I do quite enjoy it, especially now that the boys are older. They sort of need me that little bit less. I can kind of have an ear out listening in for them. But anyway, first off, you just chop up your red peppers and then finally chop your onions as well, and then stick the chorizo into a pan and kind of let that cook for a little bit before then adding in the onions and the peppers to them. Then you let that soften for a good few minutes, and then once the onions are soft, you add in the peppers and you let that soften as well. And I love this recipe because it's quite a simple paella, because then you just add in the risotto rice and you kind of mix that around for like a minute or two until it's a little bit translucent, and then you add in the chicken stock. So it depends how many you're making it for. I normally make it for 4 people, so I add in like a pint of chicken chicken stock, I believe. And then once you have let it simmer a little bit, you just put it in a pan like this and then stick it into the oven for about 25 minutes. So this dish does take about 45 minutes to make, but 25 minutes of that, it's just literally in the oven, so you don't actually have to do anything. And then when it's nearly done in the oven, you just quickly pan fry some prawns. I've also made a little rocket salad to go on the side, and you can also put parsley on top as well. I had some fresh stuff in the fridge, so I did, and then also we like squeeze a bit of lemon on, and honestly, it's so delicious. So for dessert, I'm having about 3 or 4 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, some berries, and I've also got coconut on there, and sometimes I'll put maple syrup as well. But this is really delicious, healthy dessert. So I'm going to have that, and I'll probably have some kind of herbal tea as well. Okay guys, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. We're just chilling out on the couch. I feel like I have cooked so much food today. I literally smell of it, but I know I'm going to be so grateful in the week that I have actually meal prepped. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And don't forget, the link is in the description if you want to check out Noom. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.